This decision has many at home asking, could pregnancy loss land people in prison? That might sound kind of crazy to you, but one pregnancy advocacy group actually says yes and argues it's already happening. 11 Alive investigator Kristen Crowley is looking into it.
It may sound ridiculous that a woman could be jailed for having a miscarriage, but a closer look at these women proves it's not as ridiculous as it sounds.
We have a case out of Oklahoma right now in which a 19-year-old woman went to the hospital because she was experiencing a miscarriage. She was subsequently charged with manslaughter, and she is currently serving a 4-year term.
Brittany Poulaw told doctors she used meth during her pregnancy. A cause of death for her baby was never determined. She was charged with manslaughter anyway. So was Marche Jones of Alabama. She was pregnant when she was shot. Her baby died, and Jones was arrested because prosecutors said she initiated the fight. A Georgia woman, Kenlecia Jones, was charged with murder after she admitted she took abortion medication. Most of these women had their charges dropped. But Dina Sussman with the National Advocates for Pregnant Women says if Roe v. Wade is overturned, it could be a very different story.
Without Roe and Casey on the books, we expect to see more prosecutions.
What about a woman who admits to drug use, admits to using alcohol while pregnant, and then doesn't carry the baby to term? What about the people who say, yeah, she should be punished?
Well, I would say that first, we've got to understand the science. No controlled substances cause pregnancy loss.
Dr. Sujatha Reddy, an OBGYN, says things like drugs and alcohol can increase a woman's risk for miscarriage. But
can a doctor ever determine if illicit drug use led to a miscarriage or a stillbirth?
I don't think 100% you can ever say, because again, there's plenty of women who use illegal drugs who carry pregnancies to term.
Dr. Reddy says determining what caused a miscarriage is difficult, even if a woman takes abortion medication.
Even if you looked at the pregnancy tissue, there'd be no way to tell a difference between someone that naturally miscarried or someone who chose to, take medication to have an abortion. There'd be no way to tell that.
And that's how Sussman says women who have unexplained miscarriages could end up criminally charged.
What we see time and time again is that prosecutors and juries and judges assume that a healthy birth outcome is within the control of the pregnant woman. And if they don't have a healthy birth outcome, if they have a pregnancy loss, they must have done something to have caused that loss.
Wow, some interesting perspective there. And a study from NAPW that they did with Fordham University found disparities in the arrests of people who were pregnant as well. 71% were low income, 59% were people of color, a majority of them Black.